ladies and gentlemen, so we want to thank you so much for taking your time to jump on this webinar this evening. We are going to give you some incredible information about probably, I think, the best opportunity in the marketplace. And I'm here with my co-host, Joe Anthony, and we're going to make sure that you get just 25 minutes or so of just great information. Is that right, Joe Anthony?
Absolutely, Jacoby. It's great to be here with you.
Awesome. Well, before we get moving, what I want to do is I want to just go over our earnings disclaimer really quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and just share with you that any claims made of actual earnings or examples of actual results can be verified upon request. So your level of success in attaining these results claimed in our materials, it really depends on how much time you devote to the business, your ideas and techniques that are mentioned, your finances, knowledge, and various skills. So since these factors differ according to individuals, we can't guarantee your success or income level. And every effort has been made to accurately represent this product or service and its potential. So in terms of earnings, there's no guarantee that you'll earn any money using the techniques or ideas in this material or the website. Okay, so the information presented on this website is not to be interpreted as a promise or a guarantee of earnings. Earnings potential is entirely dependent on the person using the product, the ideas, and the techniques. I'm sure you guys understand that. Any and all the forward-looking statements here on of our sales materials are intended to express our opinions of earnings, and many factors will be important in determining your actual results. Okay, and there are no guarantees. And so just know that that anything that you create, that they say if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So we'll just move forward understanding that. So with that being said, my name is Jacoby Wynn, and first of all, I'm honored to be on the webinar with you all. I have over 20 years of home-based business and networking experience. Was introduced to the networking industry at about 18 years young, 45 years young now, but that was some time ago, and my uncle introduced me, and it's really been like a rocket ship ever since. And just the opportunity to really make my own schedule and enjoy time freedom has been really great. I did spend a few of those years in Las Vegas chasing down real estate, doing lease options and fix and flips for those of you that have done some real estate. And it was really great, in 03, 04. But as we all know, in 07, 08, when the bubble burst, some of us were left holding the bag, and I was one of those. But fortunately, I was able to bounce back, and then started to work with Joe Anthony. Joe Anthony actually put together a web marketing company, and we did everything from search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social marketing. The guy's a genius when it comes to that, so we got a chance to work together. And subsequently, we were approached by Tony Robbins to ask what we could do to work together. So that's a little bit about me, and let's go ahead and let them know a little bit about you, Joe Anthony.
Hey, thanks, Jacoby. And again, man, it's a real privilege and honor to be here with you. It's great to be on this live webinar, and we're really excited about the information that we're sharing with all those who were able to take time out of their busy lives and be in attendance with us. So that's great. I've had probably about 20 years or so home-based business. I always wanted to unplug from corporate America and was always looking for ways to sort of replace my 9-to-5 grind, as they say, with something better, something that would give me more time freedom. I've had opportunities to become a motivational speaker, also owned a couple of web consulting companies, and with Jacoby, my partner here, we've been able to both work as marketing consultants for and with Tony Robbins. So that's my story, Jacoby.
That's it, man. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for that, Joe. And again, I'm honored to be on this webinar with you. So what we're going to cover on this webinar, and just to manage, all of your expectations, we're gonna take about 25 minutes with you. And in those 25 minutes, we're going to go over really the nuts and bolts of what we have our hands on. And what we're going to make sure that we do is we're going to give you a huge incentive at the close of this Q&A webinar. So make sure you don't jump off this webinar early. Again, we're only going to be on this webinar for about 25 minutes or so. And then we're going to go right into talking about the changes in the business world and what you really have to do to adapt to those changes. We're also going to talk about what you need to do, how you need to be, and what you need to have in order to be successful online. And that's really what it boils down to. And we think the most important factor in that entire thing is what vehicle are you using to get there. And that's really what it's going to boil down to. And then after we talk about that, then we're gonna show you that we can make this thing almost fail-proof for you. So if you just stick with us for these next 25 minutes or so, we're going to really give you some great information. So I'm going to jump right in, and let's start with, what does it take to be successful? And part of that process is, and Pareto talked about it, I'm sure you've all heard of the 80-20 rule. And what does the 80-20 rule really mean? The 80-20 rule means, and this is what Pareto experienced when he spent some time in Italy, is, he was an economist. And so he noticed that he looked at land ownership in Italy, and he realized that 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the population. Now he also grew plants. He was a botanist as well. He loved the garden, and he had peas. And he also noticed that anytime he got a crop of peas, that entire yield came from about 20% of his pea pods. So that said a lot to him. But now what we experience, today is not even 80-20. It's more like the 95-5% rule. And so what we really want to make sure that we're doing is staying inside that 5%, right? We want to be the folks that really make the difference, that move the needle. And so we really need to focus on what matters, not simply focusing on what we think the results should be. So how do we do that? Okay? So the first thing that we really need to do is we need to get ourselves in the mindset of a millionaire, right? We need to think like a millionaire. And what does that mean? It means that millionaires, they look for opportunities to take advantage of. And when I say take advantage of, they find something that's really working. They look at the marketplace and they go, okay, what does the marketplace need right now? And what is the temperature of the marketplace? And how do I get myself in front of an opportunity? Well, the first thing is they're willing to adapt, right? They don't just hold firm to what worked 10 years ago. They look and see, where is the marketplace headed and how do I get there? So they adapt to succeed. Tony Robbins, and I love this guy, one of the things that he says is that we have to adapt to succeed, and that success leaves clues. So if you take a look at just this little statement from Tony, the thing that he says is that we have to figure out what someone who is successful is doing and model it. Now we can improve it, but we need to learn their steps because they have the knowledge. And again, and I might say this a few more times, and I know you've heard me say it quite a bit, Joe Anthony, but success does leave clues. And one of the biggest clues that we really need to key onto right now is that the industrial age is dead. That's the bottom line. The days of old of, going to get a great education and getting into a job that you can work for 20, 25 years and hopefully make, a median income with, that's gone. And so what we need to figure out now is how do we navigate the waters of this brand new information age? So I will say it to you if you haven't heard it yet, but officially, welcome to the information age. And so, this brings up a point is that, we can't be successful in the information age still using old technology, right? If we look at the rotary dial phone, you'd be hard pressed to go into a household now and find a rotary dial phone. But you still have, individuals out there that are stuck to it. But if you look at the new technology, regardless of where you were comfortable, you have to be able to adapt to really succeed in this information age. There are a lot of folks out there that will run from smartwatch technology. But if you look at all the technology that one has on their wrist, the amount of information they can glean from this watch, it's absolutely incredible. But I just wanted to illustrate that we are in the throes of the information age. And so what does that mean? Well, let's talk about the biggest leveraging vehicle for information is the internet. And we know that the internet is definitely a millionaire maker. And so, really coming out of the industrial into the information age, look at all the information that we have access to. I don't know how many of you on the webinar now get sucked in. Really, that's a really good point that, we're out of the industrial age and we are in the midst of the information age. I get really sucked into documentaries now. I find myself on Netflix trying to just learn more. But I came across an incredibly informative and also entertaining documentary. And so what I want to do is I want to share that with you. So let's go ahead and watch a piece of a documentary called Rise of the Entrepreneur.
is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Okay, powerful stuff. Would you agree? And I think the thing that resonates the most in Eric summing up what he's experienced and what he's observed is that there is definitely a better way, and most of us have no idea. So what is that better way? Well, let's look at the single largest vehicle for creating wealth today. And if you don't know it, I'm going to tell you right now, it is the internet. And the internet is absolutely a millionaire maker. And so this chart here, what this chart represents is how many households had $1 million incomes between 1997 and 2011 that were done traditionally without the use of the internet. And right around the end of 2011, there were 8.6 million households that were $1 million households. Now, if you notice, in 2012, there were 10.3 million online millionaires created. So these were 10.3 million individuals or households that created $1 million leveraging the power or the vehicle called the internet. So 2012, the internet created more millionaires than any traditional means of creating wealth did previous to that. And again, I'll go back and I'll say it, right? Success leaves clues. So what does that mean? It means that, that's confirming that this is definitely the information age. But now, what's selling in the information age? If you think about your habits, you'll generally go to Google, right? I mean, Google is now, it's now a noun, right? Google, it describes something. And on top of being a noun, it's a verb, right? We Google things, right? So we go to Google because we're looking for information. And the best part about it is that with all the information that's available, this is the fastest growing industry on the net. It's the purchasing of information, right? And so now folks want to learn everything. They want to go and get informed on geography, on travel. They want to figure out what the best place to go is. They want to figure out how to do things. There's all these DIYs that folks are selling. So information, learning is the fastest growing industry on the net. And that says quite a bit. Again, I'll say success leaves clues. If we look at online educational product sales, go to this chart here. So in 2008, there was $250 million in online educational products sold in 2008. Now, fast forward just 4 years to 2012, that's the green bar. That 2008 number was multiplied over 900 times. $3.35 billion with a B of educational product sales. If we go to present, we're currently at $7.59 billion of online educational product sales, and that number is projected to go to well over $20 billion by 2020. That's just, what, three years away. That's nothing, right? So again, I'm going to say it, success leaves clues, right? So here's what we need to do now to find those clues. Well, let's look at, again, I'm going to take you back so we can get rid of some of the old thinking, right? A lot of people said, well, shouldn't we just buy a franchise? Isn't that the smartest thing to do? Well, 15 years ago, it may have been the smartest thing to do, but let's think about it. If you wanted to get a franchise 10, 15 years ago, the sure shot was pretty much a McDonald's. But the challenge with that McDonald's is that, after you put up your $1 million and you found your location, and after you put in the 5 to 6 years to become profitable, you could really get yourself to, a good $150,000, $160,000 a year. But the challenge was the cost of entry. Who had that kind of money? Now you look at all these yogurt shops that pop up, Minchie's and Yogurtland. I hope I can say those without somebody trying to sue me. But, again, it cost quite a bit of money to play. And without saying, Subway is the same way. So what do we do in order to make it and be successful without worrying about startup costs, and franchise fees, and time requirements? And on top of that, you look at a lot of these folks that have purchased franchises, and it's not a business that they own. It's a business that owns them. So let's look at some of the pioneers or some of the folks who have blazed a trail for us to follow. Again, I go back to Tony Robbins. He utilizes online education and offline education to really just forward, a business model for him that he does extremely well at. And, he talks about being over $100 million earner a year, and a majority of his income comes from online product sales, educational sales as well. Les Brown, another one of my heroes. Les Brown says in that excerpt that we saw or we listened to, that, the heart attack rate increases 35% on Monday morning because folks, they just loathe their jobs, right? They're afraid, they have no job security, and they're having a challenge with really earning what they feel like they're worth. And, another pillar that Les Brown utilizes as a vehicle to really create wealth is online educational product sales. It's not new. Tony Robbins worked with Brendan Burchard, our last gentleman here, and this is all Brendan Burchard does. Is, he's able to generate, last year, Brendan Burchard did well over $7.5 million in online educational product sales. So, in my opinion, these guys know a lot. And again, success leaves clues, so we don't have to look far to try to figure out how to make this thing work. Look at what successful folks do, model what they do, and if you can, improve upon it. So let's go ahead and switch gears here a little bit and really get into the meat and the matter of what we're talking about. And for that, Joe Anthony, I'm going to turn that over to you, and I'm going to ask the question: what exactly is this vehicle that we're talking about?
Hey, Jacoby, thank you. So we're going to be talking about none other than Exodus Elite. Introducing Exodus Elite. Exodus Elite is a company, is an online company that uses 100% cloud-based technology. It uses everything that Jacoby was just talking about. So the information age has allowed for people to become millionaires by using technology. And so that's what Exodus Elite is doing. It's allowing average, everyday people to earn above average incomes because of the technology using cloud-based information, really. And what is e-learning? Nothing other than cloud-based information that people have access to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we have been so successful with Exodus Elite since we started the beginning of this year, 2016, that we have coined the phrase the Rolls-Royce of online businesses. So Exodus Elite is that. It's an automated system that generates thousands of dollars for its members. There's no cold calling. There is no explaining, and it works for everyone, Jacoby. And that's one of the things that most people are always fearful of. They're always wondering, hey, is this a business I can do? If an average person can earn above average income, then it would almost dictate that you would at least want to know, how does it work? How do we get paid? What is the products? What do we sell? So let's go ahead and take a look at the Genesis Educational Library, and you can see exactly what it is that the Exodus Elite online business opportunity provides and is selling. The Genesis Educational Library, let's take a look at that. So the Educational Library includes many unique quality products that are exclusive to Exodus Elite. You will not find them in any other place or location. Product types are MP3 audios and MP4 videos. The cost of the Genesis Library is $1,000. Genesis focuses on three key areas: professional and personal development, health and well-being, and marketing. There's professional and personal development. So just that piece alone is worth well beyond $1,000. Professional and personal development. Val Smith, The Legends interviews. Series of 24 interviews with some of the most successful online entrepreneurs. Remember, success leaves clues, so we're going to be modeling those who are already achieving success and abundance. Rhonda Burns, the famous author of The Secret, The Law of Attraction. Possibly one of the most powerful audio series that you will ever listen to. We also have best-selling author and trainers Jack Zufelt. Some of his books are How to Use the Conquering Force Within You, The Power of Core Desires, Smart Wealth Building, How to Make $100,000 a Year in Network Marketing. We'll also talk a little bit about health and well-being. I always say you need to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Discover how to get well and stay well for life. 12-hour audio series. Techniques that will help you stay healthy for life. And of course, the marketing. Marketing is really the key and the core to any online business. With over 45 video and audio courses, be sure that there's something there for you to boost your business, to promote your business. Some of the source material that's included is email marketing, a video series on Facebook advertising, YouTube, webinars, you'll learn WordPress, traffic funnels, video marketing. The Genesis Library, learning new skills and self-improvement, is at the heart of our educational products. Plus, we continue to add new, valuable content. They're available in both audio MP3 and video MP4 formats. And we can listen and watch in our own time, at our own pace. The value of the Genesis Library far exceeds over thousands and thousands. Some have said close to 22,000.
And Joe Anthony, those are incredible products. And let me just talk about why our products work. If you've ever looked at any other home-based or online opportunities, a lot of times, they have these lotions, potions, and things that you have to, auto ship and hang on to and keep them in your pantry or your garage. And that's the biggest challenge, is that folks don't want to stock all this stuff in order to simply have a business where they can buy a product and sell it and have it be in demand. I mean, our product, we buy a licensing fee, and now we can sell this product as many times as we want to. And that's incredible, right? Everything that we do now is harnessing technology. That's incredible, right? And the other part of it is that we have a highly qualified lead source, and that's the other aspect of our business that makes it work so well. You can have a great product, but if you don't have customers coming that want that product, it's all for naught. Would you agree, Joe Anthony?
Absolutely, that's it. We have to have a way to automate the leads that are coming in, and that's exactly what the Exodus platform uses.
That's it, and that's what we do. So, a lot of times folks will say it's not rocket science, but they don't come up with a way to bring these ways of doing business to the marketplace, and we've done it, and it's absolutely amazing. But let's do this. Let's not just take Joe Anthony and my word for it. Let's listen to a couple of folks that have joined the team, that have committed to really having their business grow, and let's just see what their success is. And I want you all to know out there that these are just ordinary people that follow the system and get extraordinary results. And because they can do it, you can too. So let's take a second really quickly. I'm gonna have us listen just to what Ari has experienced in his time with Exodus Elite. So Ari, go ahead and share with us what you've gotten from Exodus since you've been in.
Hey guys, my name's Rory Maccabee, and I've been an internet marketer for about the last 13 years. Exodus Elite has been a very unique opportunity with great training and a wonderful opportunity packed inside. Now, I'll just tell you up front, if you're looking for a way to make some money from home, Exodus Elite is not only one of the best programs that I've found in over a decade, it literally pays you $1,000 a pop. It's something that you definitely want to consider because it's going to be around for a long time. See you soon.
And that's exactly it, Ari. I mean, a business that can pay you $1,000 commission every time you make a sale, whether you only make a sale a month or a sale a day, that is real money in your bank account every single day if you need it or want it, right? So that's incredible. So thanks so much for sharing that, Ari. Let's go ahead and have Dan share exactly what you've been experiencing, Dan, since you've jumped on board and decided to go ahead and make Exodus your next business. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, how you doing? This is Dan from St. Paul, Minnesota. And, for the last 8 years, I've been online. I've been sort of floundering out there, not really having a lot of success. But it wasn't until I joined Exodus Elite is when things started to turn around for me, and I actually had my breakthrough. And I'm really happy to say right now I've currently earned $91,000 in commissions with Exodus. And I owe it all to Paul Stevenson in this fantastic opportunity that he has provided for all of us. And the best thing I like about it is it's very simple. The average person can come in right off the street and plug in and use our high converting capture pages, our sales presentation, and all the training and autoresponder and the follow-up emails. Everything you need to have success is right here. So I urge you is to quickly join Exodus, and you will be glad you did. Again, right now I'm at $91,000. So thank you, Paul Stevenson.
That's it. Yeah, thank you, Dan. Yeah, thank you, Paul, of course, as well. So, and listen, it really is about plugging into the system and utilizing it. That's the first part. But if you look at Dan's results, and I'm going to put you on the spot for a second, Dan works diligently with his business, and he really puts the time, energy, and effort in to get the result. How you treat this business is the result you're going to get. If you treat it like a hobby or like a part-time gig, that's how it's going to reward you. And if you work this thing like it is your business, and you put your time, energy, and effort into it, you can get those types of results. So thanks so much for sharing that, Dan. And what I'm going to ask, Joe Anthony, is I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. So why don't you share with us maybe just a snapshot of what you've experienced since you've been involved with Exodus. You mind doing that?
Absolutely, Jacoby. So basically, let's look at, before I show you the earnings that I've made, let's look at the pay plan, because I feel once you see how you get paid, where the money comes from, you're going to love this pay plan. The pay plan is just amazing. Let's take a look at it now. So the Genesis pay plan works like this. Every time a sale is made, your profit is $1,000. Watch the way that the money flows, okay? The figures in this video are based on members doing their own sales and showing a profit of $1,000 on every sale. They're not a guarantee of income. So remember, again, the sales come directly. Direct selling model pays 100% of the profits. Now watch how this works. Every time someone purchases the Genesis Library product, you get paid $1,000 with one simple exception. Your first sale is your qualifying sale. Both the purchaser of the Genesis Library product and the profit made are passed up to your referrer. That's it. It's simple, very simple. You're now qualified for life. This is the most simple pay plan I've ever seen, and yet the most lucrative. So here's how you can make some serious money with the 1UP pay plan. After you're qualified, so now you've gotten qualified, your profit is always $1,000 on every Genesis Library product sale with only one level. Making money is simple, easy. So let's illustrate. In our pay plan, you never pass up profit that someone else has worked for. So every new Genesis Library purchase, this is how it goes, creates a new pay line for you. So we're going to use this example. So John purchases the Genesis Library from you, let's say. Your profit is $1,000. Sam purchases the product from John. This is John's first qualifying sale. This is a passive sale to you, which means you get a $1,000 commission. Next, Joe purchases the Genesis Library product from Sam. This is Sam's first qualifying sale, so Joe passes up to you. Make sense? That's a $1,000 commission, again, to you. Now the system makes a product sale to Pam. This is Joe's first sale. This is another pass up for you. Your profit is another $1,000 commission. Plus, Pam still owes you a pass-up sale. The process never stops. Infinity. This is all started with John's single product purchase. Because of the power of our pay plan, your profit would be $4,000. That is where the serious income starts. All this from just one product purchase. Imagine your profit when you have 5 pay lines. So just look at it with 5 pay lines. Watch how powerful this income that you can generate is with just 5. 5 people purchase the Genesis Educational Library for $1,000. You get paid $1,000 from each one. Each one of those are now going to pass up $1,000 to you. And on and on and on and on and on. It's amazing. It's huge. People, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most incredible pay plan because it's simple and lucrative. You know, it's really something. When I started this business, I knew that the potential was there. And like everybody else, until you really see the results, and this is just a snapshot of 1 week of my earnings. I was able to make deposits, and again, we are paid $1,000 commission. So they are $1,000 commissions that were deposited. You can count them yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8,000 commissions. I just knew that this was something that if we can just teach average people to use this system, they can earn above average incomes. That's exactly what we're doing, and that's what this is. So this is just a sample, a little snippet of about a week's worth of commissions. Again, we get paid $1,000 commission every time we make a sale. And so this is, as you see there on the screen, there's 8 commissions. There's $8,000 of commissions within approximately 1 week of time. You know, I remember my dad telling me this, that he said, you know, you can work a job and work for a paycheck, or you can make money work for you, and that's it. So the key is don't work for money, Jacoby. Make money work for you, right?
That's exactly it. I mean, if you walk away with only one thing from this webinar, it's exactly that. Figure out a way to leverage it, to make it work for you. And so here's what it boils down to, ladies and gentlemen. Let's really get to the meat of the matter here. What is your investment into your Exodus Elite business? And here's all you invest, okay? So your Exodus Elite 12-month membership is only $299. So that's, you pay that once a year. So regardless of how much income you generate, all you pay is $299 for the entire year. And then you have a one-time purchase of your Genesis Education Library at $1,000. So for $1,299, you have yourself a turnkey automated system that you could put to work in the first couple of days in generating commissions. But we told you in the beginning that we're going to give you a huge incentive. And so this incentive is going to be available for you for 24 hours, right, Joe Anthony?
That's it, Jacoby. It's a special, one-time only, 24-hour, huge incentive. In fact, I don't remember the last time ever that I've seen a business offer this. I don't think anybody in doing what we're doing can offer this kind of an incentive, Jacoby.
Well, I know it's a lot, and I know that for anyone out there who, maybe you just needed a little something extra, I think this is going to be more than a little something extra. So let's go ahead and tell you exactly what the bonus is. So hang on to your hat, Joe.
Yep. Special. $2,600, man. $2,600.
$2,600. So how do we do that, right? So, and understand that we want to be crystal clear that you have to take action within the next 24 hours. This is going to expire this time tomorrow. It will no longer be available. Okay, so here's how the $2,600 incentive works, okay? And this is really going to kickstart your business. The first thing that we're going to give you is we're going to give you 2 weeks of automated lead generation. Okay, that's a $600 value right there. So all that you need, all the prospects, all the potential customers that you need coming to your business, we're going to cover that for you for your first 2 weeks, right?
And Jacoby, really, when you think about it, that is the heart of anybody's business, right? If you can generate leads on a regular basis automatically, it literally becomes a plug-and-play business because every business needs customers, every business needs leads, and we are doing that. So we're kickstarting your business. We're going to kickstart it with 2 weeks worth, $600 value, like you said, of automated lead generation.
That's awesome, and that's a lot because a lot of folks that start a business, they really sometimes they get a little bit stuck and they don't know what to do. So that first step, we're taking care of that first step for you. The second step is going to be taken care of for you. We're gonna create your first qualifying sale of $1,000. We're gonna do that for you. So again, if you've ever started something that you just maybe sort of felt stuck and you couldn't get moving, here is a way that we're going to change that entire process for you, and it's going to be an entire paradigm shift. So your first qualifying sale of that $1,000 commission is going to be made for you, Joe Anthony. I mean, come on. I mean, who does that nowadays, right?
Right, and as you saw in the pay plan that we showed you earlier, the pay plan has a one-up. That means that every time you create a new pay line, you're going to receive a one-up from that person's qualifying sale. And we're doing that for you. So we're making your first qualifying $1,000 sale for you. And then, as we see, you're going to get personal coaching and assistance with your second $1,000 commission sale. I mean, imagine having your person train you, teach you, and coach you and assist you in making your next $1,000. So right there, Jacoby, you've got $600, you've got $1,000 on your first qualifying sale, and a second $1,000 on your commission that is paid now to you. So now you basically got you got $2,600.
Come on, so now not only is it an automated business that's turnkey and ready to go, we have now just primed that business for you to go. You've got a chance to watch us create your first sale for you. You've got a chance to co-pilot, to ride along with us on your second sale. You've gotten to see the process happen twice, see exactly how simple and easy and straightforward it is, and now you're ready to go so that you can immediately do exactly what we did, duplicate those actions, and begin to generate the kind of money that you want, that you deserve, and that you need for your family, right?
It's amazing, Jacoby. Who does this? Where can you get this? What other business can you start for just $12.99 and have a six-figure year income? Where can you do this?
Joe Anthony, I don't even care any other place you can do it because we know that you can do it here, and that's the reason why I'm here. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have 24 hours to get this $2,600 bonus, to get these incentives. So join Exodus Elite and get moving. So what we want to do now is, we know a lot of you are chomping at the bit. Let's answer a couple of questions out there and see, what we can do to get you guys off the fence and get you onto a team now where you can really earn what you do here. So do you have some questions out there?
Okay, so I have a question from Abby. Abby wants to know, how much will I pay today?
Okay, I'll answer that. So Abby, today your investment in your business is just $1,299. That was $1,299. So you invest your $299. That'll give you your replicated website with all your customer follow-up tools. It'll give you your licensing. It'll cover that licensing. It'll give you the website, your duplicated website that folks go to. It covers all those, and then you make a one-time purchase for the lifetime of your Exodus business of $1,000. So by investing that $1,299 today, and that's all you invest today, you're ready to go.
Thomas has a question. How does the 24-hour incentive work? Well, Thomas, the way the 24 hours work is the clock, there's that join button, so you're going to click on that join button. As soon as you click on that join button, you're going to have 24 hours to join. So you will be given a username. So the person that invited you or gave you the invitation to the live webinar, you will get back with that person. That person will have their user ID. So each of us has a special unique user ID. You're going to add that user ID to the join page. It will say Exodus Elite, create your own account for $299. So you're going to go and when you click on that, it will take you to that page. You'll get that username, you'll put it in, simple 1, 2, 3, connect the dots, and you are now ready to make your $1,000 purchase of the Genesis Educational Library to that person that is listed. Once you log in, you'll go into your admin. It's so cool, it's so easy, it's so simple. Greg, we have a question from Greg here. Greg wants to know, how soon do my leads start to come in, Jacoby?
That's a good, okay, I'll take that one. That's a good question, Greg. So here's what happens. So as you see in this incentive, what's going to happen is we'll run your campaign on a Monday to whatever day of the week you want to run that marketing campaign. When that marketing campaign runs, we'll set you up with everything you need so that within, let's say, 30 to 45 minutes of the start of that marketing campaign, the leads will begin to come into your inbox. And it's really that simple. And like we told you, so we're going to jump on the phone together. You're going to listen to us, listen to these messages of folks that say, hey, listen, I want what you have. We'll call them back and we'll get you going. But again, just to answer that question concisely, your leads, it's almost like the light switch on the wall. You flip that switch and the leads come in, and it's just that straightforward and easy. So there you go, Greg.
We have a question from Wanda. Wanda asks, how are the $1,000 commissions paid? Great question, Wanda. They are paid. Some use PayPal, so you can take a PayPal payment. You can open up a PayPal account. There are other accounts that you can open up, such as Square Cash. And now I understand there's even something called Clear, the letter X, the word change, Clear Exchange. You can get more information. Once you become a member, we'll send you all the details, and we'll get you rocking and rolling and getting those $1,000 commissions deposited. Let's see, Lori has a question. Will I get trained?
Well, Lori, again, here's the best part about it is, so for those of you that take action within these first 24 hours, it's almost as if you're going to get double trained. So yes, you will definitely get trained. So let's just talk to those of you, because we know that you're going to be the 20%ers or the 5%ers that take action. Is we're gonna ride along with you in this entire process so that you really understand how to generate sales, how to go through your leads, and really, how to just use the system to do all the heavy lifting for you. So that's for those of you that decide, listen, in the next 24 hours, I'm definitely going to take action. And for those of you that say, listen, I might just need a little bit more time, or for whatever reason, we do definitely have training for you. The biggest advantage to having an online business is that our online business is a business that caters to entrepreneurs and small business owners that want to do business online. So a lot of the training and the coaching and the education that you will find in the Genesis Library is tooled exactly for that purpose, to teach you, to coach you through how do I make this online business work. So we have probably more training than Harvard would give for doctors that we do for learning your online business. So you definitely have the training.
That's great. And last, I think we have a question. We have one more question here from Dan. Dan wants to know, do I get my own website landing page? Yes, you do, Dan. You actually get a replicated website with your contact information. It will even have a number as well, and you'll have access to some of the auto pages that you'll get, landing pages, which really, who does that? I mean, I think we give you like 8 already pre-made, self-replicating landing pages. So this,
can I interject?
Sure, go ahead.
The autoresponders that I feel like we have in place, Joe Anthony, are absolutely incredible. I mean, the automation that's built into that website, it's far done, hand down, probably the best I've seen in the industry. So sorry about that, Joe Anthony, but yeah, I just want to mention those autoresponders are incredible, and the replicated sites are incredible.
I mean, we're integrated with so many other tool applications. For example, I know just recently we added a Facebook and Twitter, so you can post from right within your Exodus Elite admin side. You can go in to any of the landing pages that we create for you, and you can post those to Facebook, to your Facebook pages. You can post those to your Twitter pages, to your Twitter feeds. So right off the bat, you're getting all this automation, which is so simple to use, so easy. The part that most people love is it's simple. That's why we call this a simple 6-figure income. So,
and that's just it. That is really just it. So what I want to ask the ladies and gentlemen on the webinar to do right now, Joe Anthony, is to get back with whomever invited you to this webinar. First, thank them. Because they probably just changed your life in a way that you don't even know. But the second thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, if you're a yes, get moving right now. Take advantage of the incentive. If you're a maybe, get whatever questions you need answered so that we can get you in that yes category, because we want to make sure that you're successful, and at the end of this year and the beginning of next year is a whole new world for you. So that's what I'm going to ask that you all do on the webinar. Anything else you want to request, Joe Anthony?
Again, just like you said, if you're serious about making that kind of income, $2,000 to $4,000 a week is really what we're looking for, average people who can use and plug into this system. If you're truly serious about having more time freedom, more control over your life, absolutely, this is the way you need to go. We have an almost fail-proof online business opportunity unlike any other for under $1,300. So click that join button, call the person that invited you on this webinar to get their username, and they'll be your referrer. And we will look for you on the inside. Thank you, Jacoby. It was a great opportunity that we had. Thank you for sharing as well, man.
Thank you, Joe Anthony. We'll see you guys on the inside. Have an amazing rest of your day.